Alright guys, here we go. Round 2 of Monkeyin Around. That's why you see bananas there. I messed up on the video here I wanted to show you right there. I had this Savage A22 out the other day shooting targets with it, and all of a sudden I wouldn't extract. And after the video I noticed it wasn't getting no fire pin strikes. I looked in the chamber, didn't really notice anything. So I just waited, I kind of got discouraged and come back in. Plus I wasn't liking I had this aim scope on it. 319 aim scope. And at 25 yards is still kind of blurry. You know, it's kind of, it'd be nice for, I know 22 scopes are set like at 50 yards, you know, if you guys about ready to say that, you know, but 25 yards is a little blurry right there, you know, but it doesn't have a diopter on it either. So, and I have a lot of scopes, I have a lot of good scopes, but I have a lot of cheap scopes too, from the Blue Flying Poo scopes on up, you know, so. And so I bring this out here and I said, yeah, before I just getting ready to tear it apart right there, and I got it with a flashlight and I looked up in there, and I wish I messed up on other videos so you could have seen it right there. But this empty shell casing was bent up around the top of the chamber, and just this little flat piece right there was left not letting the bolt come forward far enough right there. So that was my problem with that right there. So that's an easy fix. How it got up there, I don't know. Yeah, but I've had some weird stuff, especially like on that Chris Vector. It does some weird empty shell jams. So I thought, well, I'll bring out some. I have a bunch of scopes, but way back on one of the other older channels, I went out and bought like 16 cheap scopes off Amazon, 50 beans and under, and about half of them were okay usable scopes. I'm not saying there ain't no Zeiss scope or nothing like that or Loophole, but good usable scopes right there. And the lower half, some were completely unusable and some were barely usable. Now, I still use some of those barely usable ones on the really cheaper guns. But on some of my better cheap guns, I kind of rank my scopes with the guns. How good the gun is, how good a scope it deserves. So, I had the aim on there, no diopter on there. And it's okay for a hunting scope, but you want to do target shooting, I was looking at looking at the targets at 25 yards is kind of blurry, and yes, I know once again it doesn't have parallax on it. I compared it to just scopes I had here on hand, the O-Hunt. Now, it's about the same kind of, this doesn't have a diopter on it either, but I'm noticing the back piece is a little bit loose, looks like. Is it going to tighten up? It will, maybe it won't. I don't know, doesn't look like it's tightening up. Yeah, it is, tightened up. I think it's just to hold the lens all together and back right there. It's about the same as the aim right there. Barska is okay. This is one of the upper, of the 8 scopes that right there. I ranked okay right there. It's better than looking through than the aim. No 3x9, but it doesn't have a diopter on it either. It does unscrew here also, but I don't think it's a true diopter. So then I got this Edinburgh, which I got on here right now, and it does have the diopter on there. I'll let you look at the controls here. The turrets here. You can see it's a lot more better diop controls on the turrets right there. Metal caps. Well, these are all metal caps on these ones right here. Some of the really cheesy scopes they get plastic caps, Get what you pay for. Now, I got this one here, and I always get, every now and again, guys asking me this. Let me see if I can get a paper here. Yeah. There, I say, boy, it looks like you got that scope sitting on your, ooh, hang on, I just noticed right there, my, rear scope thing's loose right there. Well, if you can see right here, I can drag a piece of paper through there. But I just noticed my scoop is there moving there. My not my eyesight is moving. I better tighten that up. Okay. So no, my scoop is not touching. I fit a piece of paper through there. It's not touching the rear sight. Do you guys like your scoops way far back? You like a little more forward? If I'm hunting, I think I like a little more forward where I'm standing up. When I'm shooting off the bench, I like them a little farther back because I'm always kind of leaned over. But a little quicker than my first video anyway. What's going to put on there is kind of monkeying around here. And I think I'm going to go out here and try shooting. All right, guys, let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you next time.